West Bank Stadium. Today, December is upon us. We're into the home stretch, folks. As it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, but while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. And the slot man goes in motion left. Mariota now. Setting up the screen, Krosky middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Now we've got an injury stoppage, so they're going to halt everything, and all eyes focus on the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Hopefully he's okay. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And his throw is incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
The Vikings First down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard into the 36.
2 yards on the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. after try forthcoming.
The extra point.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. And he will find his man, Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Eric Wilson able to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Commanders first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Operating from the gun, Johnson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put some. McCarthy operating from the gun. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's Javon Kinlaw collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone.
A final shot before break. McCarthy, middle of the field to Jefferson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the Halftime Report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Jake Moody
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Nifty move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Looking to put a drive together. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, now McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he
line.
knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And they give the Jones off tackle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Throwing is McCarthy. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, 60 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 33-yard line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They'll go with the keeper. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at that end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
To the air with McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Up the middle, Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Debo going in motion left. Here's Johnson throwing to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to 4-2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Johnson's pass complete to number 1, Debo Samuel. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 4. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Intended for
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. Now a run here, and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Josh Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, exactly.
Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. That one looks like he'll throw here. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I think as he began this throw, he saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Second down and 6 now. Action. And falls to the ground incomplete. Bringing him up quickly, and now brings up 3rd down.
Normally, the tight end is going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. In this case, maybe a little target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
3rd down from the gun. They'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan right now. He's on a point for time this afternoon. Mariota set to lead this offense. Down by 7, 65 seconds remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. Back to throw. He's got McLaurin. We are inside 1 minute, only 1 timeout left.
Up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. At least in this situation, but you're exactly right. Turn the timeout when they really need it.
Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. Finding Samuel. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. No different.
I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. They'll look to throw. Able to find Ertz at 5 yards. Not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.